Hi everybody, this is Mr. Roach. We're working on the Minesweeper game, and we were coming through with getting the numbers for how many bombs are around or in the vicinity of a particular square, and we came up with like a little algorithm to basically walk around each square and um, and figure out how many bombs are there. This looks like it's working pretty well. Um, and I got the numbers to show. So we can make the numbers nicer or more pretty in a latter video, which I'll give you, and we'll work on together. But this looks like it's working pretty well, and it's easily implementable from where we left off here. So that's what's going on, and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so this is where we are. We have pretty good game going, where bombs show up, but we don't get the number readings out yet. Okay, and that's what we got to do. So in mine square, we have a variable which keeps track of mines around, which is a good thing. And what we did was we added a thing to kind of like sweep around the board, basically, and like look around to see if there was a mine around, and we sort of collect this information and add it to this total, and this total mines around would get updated when you painted, basically. So we went to the place where we were drawing or painting, and that's in Draw Me, and we added something like this. Okay, like I haven't really figured out the format for this. I want to center them, but you have to know like kind of the font you're using and stuff like that, and so I'm not really sure. I'm unsure about that right now, so I just put these numbers in for right now. So if I could get these to just show up, that would be great. Okay. One of the things you're going to have to do also is right now the color that it would draw the string in would be the same as the background color, whatever that is. So you're going to have to set a color for it. So so in here you're going to have to say G set color. And then right now just pick a color. We can make it smarter because I know that when you play the game, like the ones are blue or like the threes are brown and one's like red or something like that. But so we want to have some color settings for these things. But right now we'll just make a color. So let's say color dot like red, something like that. These are static variable colors that are set up by the color class that people can use, and we're doing it. So that's good. Okay, so that's sort of step one. I think you need something that would show the color, and you want to have it a little bit inside the board because you don't want to draw it sort of up in the other square or do something strange. Okay, so we want to kind of make sure that it's sort of in the board, basically. And default fonts are usually like 12 or something like that. So this is 20, so it's for sure going to go inside the board. So then what we're going to do is get them to show up, okay? And what has to happen is this is sitting here waiting for, waiting to be called and updated, but somebody has to call it, okay? So it's going to get called basically in the game panel, okay? So we're going to go to the game panel, and we're going to look for where we set all the mines, basically. And so here's where we place all the bombs, okay? We're pretty happy with this. And basically right before if you get to this point in the code, this is the while loop that places all the bombs, right? And I think we have a little bit of a fix still to do with this, but we're gonna like basically want to update the status. Basically want to update the mine status, yeah, of the board here. Okay, so we could either do it all in here, but this seems like a little bit of a like it's gonna get really codey. So I'm gonna make like a routine for this. I'm gonna say update let's call it like bomb. Okay, and that's just going to be a routine that's going to do something. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, now I don't have this routine yet. Okay, I just made this up. Okay, so this is like a new routine, new method. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a place. This is the end of the place bombs method. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carefully make a method right here. I'm going to call it, it could be public or private. I think this could be a private. So we'll say private void update. Okay, and then we have to make the routine curly brackets for it. So it's like ready to go. Okay, so basically there's not much to do. We just need to go through all the rows and columns and do the bomb status thing. So what I'm going to do is basically, like, we need to run through all the rows and all the columns. So this loop would work for us. And I'm going to make one for all the columns. Be very careful when you're copying. You can run into big trouble if you're doing this, right? And do like that. Okay, so this is for all the rows and all the columns. And I'm going to make sure I have enough curly braces. So like I'm saying, you can check it like that. That's sort of a good technique. Okay, because they'll line up, and that's good. And then we don't have to do much. We just have to call up this routine that we wrote. The one from Minesweeper, okay? It's this one. And I'll stick it over on this side, okay, so you can see it. So this is waiting for us. It's called set mine status, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to call it for every square on the game board. So we're going to say game board. I'm going to say game board, and then for, and this is how we access each of the squares. We say for a row and a column. I'm going to say dot, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for set mine status. Okay, so I'm going to pick that, and then I have to send it like the game board. So the game board can actually send a link to itself. So, yep, so I'm going to send a link to the game board just by going like this. So that's the game board. This is the game board. And there they go. Okay, so this is going to do the status of everybody. Okay, and then as long as this happens, and I kind of want to do this before I update all the bombs and stuff. It might be there's a lot of like stuff going on here, so want to make sure that like time considerations, we have to think about it. So it might be a little bit slow. We might need to do this a different way, but I think this will kind of work. And that's kind of basically it. And we just kind of want to like test it. Okay, so we got to go to the Minesweeper runner. I'll set it to easy. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to set this to easy, right? And then just to check it. And then I'm going to go run it. And I have to run it from basically the place where the main is, unless Eclipse kind of knows where to go. Wants me to save some stuff. And then nothing's going to happen until I click on it. But there you go. Okay. So there's a little bit of lag. I think some of this is because we're doing a lot of writing and things like that. So we can check out the time of it. But what I want you to do is just make sure this is accurate. Okay. It looks pretty good from what I can see. See, there's like one bomb, one bomb, one bomb. One bomb, one bomb, two bombs. That's right. One bomb, two bombs, one. Okay. It seems like it's working pretty well. And like what's awesome is we didn't run into any edge problems. Like what we wrote, okay, handled all the issues. So what we did is we looked for rows and columns here, right? But we did this. We did some tricky stuff here, and that worked out pretty well. Okay. We'll try it on the hard one really quick. Okay, again, trying it on the hard one. But you want to do this. You want to like kind of run it thoroughly, and I'm kind of counting on you guys to let me know if there are any problems. Okay, but this looks pretty good in the hard situation. Let me see. 1, 2, yeah, this is 3. That's right. It's 2. Because if this information isn't correct, then we're gonna have trouble playing the game. So yeah. So the next video, what we'll do is we'll look at how to. That's right. It's touching 3. Look at that. Let me see. This one's touching 4. 2, 3, 4. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's cool. Okay, and what we'll have to do is we'll have to figure out like a color scheme for this, and like a little bit better like drawing of the numbers and stuff like that, so it looks cool. Okay, but that's kind of it. So what I want you to do is get it to this state first. Make a kind of a 1-minute video that will show you, that will like get it to this place. Okay, so we know we made this milestone, and then the next thing would be to get it to show up the numbers, get the numbers to show up. I mean, get the numbers to show up in a pretty way. Okay, and we'll work with that too. Okay, thanks.